Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalam ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Brothers, welcome back to lesson number 7 in the stress module. In the previous 6 lessons, we touched upon tawakkul, that being a core part of Tawheed. We spoke about retreats and getting away from the chaos of the world and having your own metaphorical hira. We talked about mindfulness in salah, khushu, and the sweetness of sujood. Now we're going to speak about, in the 7th lesson inshallah, staying present, mindfulness. We mentioned this in the eating module, sustenance. We spoke about being mindful, being present in today's world. But in today's fast-paced world, we're often juggling 1,000 tasks, constantly thinking either in the future or with our head stuck in the past. We're never actually here in the present. And understand one thing, the present is called the present because it's a gift. Islam teaches us to find peace in the presence of yourself, being present right now. The concept of mindfulness perfectly aligns with the Islamic practice of muraqabah, being present and aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at all times. This is similar to taqwa, but taqwa is piety. It's a form of piety. This is muraqabah, is understanding that Allah is with us. He's seeing everything at the same time. Allah says He is with us in Surah Al-Hadid, Surah 57. He is with us at all times, wherever we are. Verse ayat number 4. Imagine the calm that comes from knowing Allah is by our side. And in the previous lesson, we mentioned how Allah was with the Prophet ﷺ and Abu Bakr in the cave. Allah is with you at every single step, guiding you. Every step you take is guided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet ﷺ exemplified this mindfulness in everything he did. Whether he was eating, praying, or speaking, he was always fully present, aware, and intentional. So let me share an example. There was a brother once who struggled with overwhelming things: business, job, children, wife, elderly parents. So he started incorporating mindfulness into his salah. Started with salah, and then that had a knock-on effect on other parts of his life. And Allah says as well, salah prevents evil. Salah prevents evil. Salah is there as a guard, as a shield. So when you pray your salah, we mentioned it earlier in the previous lesson, be mindful, have khushu. But you'll understand by being present, your stress goes because you reprogram your day to be present in salah. That few minutes in each rak'ah then can be translated into the hours of the day. So your stress becomes less. Mindfulness isn't a new thing. It's not a 50-year-old tradition in the West. The Prophet ﷺ practiced it. Muslims practiced it. Scholars, great scholars of Islam practice it, being mindful, because that's all we have. We have a few short years. If you're thinking about the future or the past, you miss out on the present. When you feel overwhelmed, just pause, say Bismillah. Focus on the task at hand. I know that's very hard these days. We're distracted constantly, but I can promise you, if you pause, take a deep breath, say Bismillah, focus on the task at hand, this will transform the way you handle stress. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us an ability to be mindful and present at all times. Ameen. In the next lesson, lesson 8, we'll speak about reframing our fear of failure perhaps, reframing it. But up until then, barakallahu feekum, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.